Hey everyone, how's it going? And today I'm going to review, well, it says on top. I'm sorry that it took so very, very long for this review to come out. Warning spoilers, and before I start, I should talk about some stuff that went on before the series. First off, a lot of fans have been kind of, well, at first, the fans were kind of, not looking highly of this show. Um, because either it was because it was too different from the previous Batman shows, or that they were still pissed off about Young Justice and Green Lantern the animated series getting canceled. Which I'm still pissed off about that too. And trust me, I'm gonna do a video on the my opinion on how why they canceled it. Um, but whatever, I'm getting off topic. Um, Now the other thing about this show is that the unfortunately the show is supposed to come out earlier this year, but unfortunately during the tragedy that happened during the Dark Knight Rises showing, they had to cut or alter some scenes, which I can totally understand. I really hope it doesn't hurt the show as much. But either way, I totally understand why they did that. And the other thing I can say is that for me, I was very mixed with this. Like I was very neutral. I thought it was kind of cool that they were using villains that weren't really that well known, um, or were just very new. Um, and Also, but I think it was weird that they were using characters like Katana. Also, I don't get that why. Like I don't hate the character or anything. I just don't get why Katana. Like you could literally put anyone else in that position and it would still be the same. But whatever. On to the review. Now the episode begins with um, Batman taking down these robbers. Now, obviously, by watching the scene, you can tell by the alteration because the robber is using a ray gun to shoot at Batman. Well, obviously, it was supposed to be a road gun, especially with the dialogue during that scene. I don't know if the whole scene was altered though, because there was a guy with super gloves, and Batman. He's in this point where he's able to take care of himself in a fight, but he hasn't reached like uber badass. I got everything under control. Um, and While it's happening, we have Professor Pig and Mr. Toad, the main villains of this episode, chasing down not a bunch of people, one guy. I don't remember the guy's name, but he is a character from the DC universe. Um, like he's not even like, and I also remember that he isn't just a Batman character. I mean, he's like he actually plays a major role in the DC universe at some points. Well, he did. Not really much anymore now, but whatever. Once again, getting off topic. Um, but yeah, Professor Pig and Mr. Toad have captured him, and you know, Mr. Toad and Professor Pig. Obviously, we're gonna get alterations. Mostly Professor Pig, because Mr. Toad didn't really have to change that much since he was only in about uh, two comics, so that was about it. But Professor Pig had to get the major change, especially that his comic book counterpart is very disturbed. I mean, seriously, like he was in that level, disturbed that I did not think that we're gonna go. Like I'm not like I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't sound that surprised that there's a Batman villain who's very disturbed. Like I mean, they got Mister Zaz and we have Hush who frickin' cuts people's faces off. But still, like I'm talking about this because this is a character who I just didn't think they would put on a show. Um, but yeah, like he's very different, um, and he sends a message to the news, which is saying that yeah, I'm not just hunting down this guy. Everyone else is like there's others who who are gonna be screwed. And it's up to Batman to stop him. And while this is happening, we get kind of a sub story with Alfred, who in here used to work for the British government, and he supports Bruce, but he thinks that he needs more training and he does need some help. But Bruce is like, I don't need assistance. Batman works alone. I don't want to see you get hurt. And and here we kind of see that he's actually thinking of having Katana take his place. Um, like he's still gonna be in the show. Like he's not like quitting as the butler or anything. Like she's gonna be apparently like another assistant. So basically, Kato from the Green Hornet series, where where the original Green Hornet's son takes his place. Um, but whatever. Batman is chasing down Professor Pig and Mr. Toad, which I guess you can say is a wild ride. God, that joke was crappy, but whatever. Yeah, Batman is chasing them down, but unfortunately he is unable to save uh, the next target, and Alfred then gets kidnapped because the third guy that they're after, who is also the final guy, is Bruce Wayne. And the reason why they're after these men are because they got involved in a deal that destroyed an ecosystem and drove animals away. And Professor Pig, who in here is fighting for animal rights, um, you know did not like that, and so he's decided that what, you're going to fight for your lives. I'm gonna chain you guys up, and yeah, I'm just gonna hunt you down like animals. Um, and yeah, it does not uh, go very long. It kind of ends like that. Professor Pig just shows up. He has a giant saw, so not everything has changed with him. He still carries very sharp objects in a bag. Um, but luckily Batman shows up and he frees them, and he partially saves the day. Like the building got destroyed, Professor Pig and Mr. Toad got away, but the hostages were freed, and Bruce Wayne decides that what, I have not really paid attention on my Bruce Wayne life. I just focused more on the Batman life, and I need to learn how to be more like myself. Um, so I thought that was pretty good. Um, this episode is was actually pretty good. I won't say it's like the greatest like opening to a series, but it's still pretty awesome. Um, like I'm kind of happy that they don't just foreshadowed. Well, they do. They don't even like foreshadowed like obvious villains. Like they do slight hints to only if you're a true Batman fan, you're gonna catch this. Or if you're just like a big comic book fan, you're gonna know this because there's Easter eggs all over the place. Like if you pay attention, one of the hostages are actually a superhero that's gonna be who may or may not be in the show. I will say it'd be cool to have him in there. I won't say who it is, but I will say when he came back for the New 52, his comic book series really, really sucked. So I'll just leave it at that. I'm curious though of the other villains that they're going to use, and I'm also wondering how far they're going to go with some of the villains that they have announced though, like Anarchy. I'm kind of curious if which Anarchy it's going to be, and how they're going to do the origin. Um, and I have to say though, also not though. Oh, sorry, I'm a little off right now. I gotta say that the God, I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm so freaking sorry. The animation. Sorry, the animation I gotta say is pretty good. Um, like it's pretty much like the Green Lantern animation, and I still have my theory that like this was a planned new DC animated universe, and we might be getting a Green Lantern crossover, which I really want to see. Um, like I think it'd be awesome, and hell, maybe bring Blackest Night involved. Hmm? You know, maybe have Bruce Wayne have to, you know, fight some relatives. Maybe two people he really, really loved, who he saw get, shot. Hmm? I'm just saying, that'd be awesome to see. I don't know if they go that far with if they do the Black Lanterns, but still. Okay, you can't deny that that would be interesting. Um, but yeah, this was a decent episode, and the next review will be coming out pretty soon. Goodbye.